Welcome to Coffee and Chat with Penguin and the BRAT. And you know who the BRAT is. Right here. Turd bucket he is.
We haven't eaten today, so I've got me an egg and I got some cheese.
You gotta smell it too.
No, you'll be smelling the egg after a while.
That egg, woo, everybody knows what eggs do to you.
Yeah, you'll be smelling it after a while.
I got my little pee-pee's cup.
Yeah.
For my coffee. It's Green Mountain blueberry with sugar-free vanilla syrup and a little bit of creamer.
Yeah. I got the cup that we got from Sarah Jane and Mama Dee Dee, and I got regular donut shop Walmart coffee with some creamer and coconut and vanilla Torani syrup that has no sugar and no carbs in it. So
right.
I don't drink coffee very often, but
neither of us drink it very often. And I got a couple of cheese sticks.
Yeah, I got one.
And wasabi, which again is backwards. One of these days we'll get that fixed.
Too hot for me.
Wasabi's good.
Too hot.
So has everybody had a good weekend? Sorry we didn't do anything yesterday. We went shopping and we were out of town most of the day.
Store. Went to that park, but the only workout equipment they had that we could really use there, they had kettlebells.
Kettlebells, yeah. Kettlebells on poles.
Yeah, plastic ones. And I could do them, but she wouldn't have been able to do them very well. And they had some upright bicycles.
Yeah, some stationary bikes.
But man, they're like, the seats are...
Yeah, first you have to be really skinny to slide in to get onto the seat, and then you need a ladder.
Yeah, they're hard.
Because they're made for people with really long legs.
Yeah, I'm over 5'10", and it was even hard for me to slip over on one. Then there's no way I could sit on it and pedal it.
Really long legs. So, but that wasn't going to happen.
Speaking of which, well, the last place we went was our normal old Walmart, and we did a little shopping there, and we went over to the sporting goods section because on a markdown rack I found a pair of camo thermals. No tag on them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the nearest station. So I walked over there, where they sell the ammo and the guns. And the lady over there had to look it up for us, and it was on markdown for $4.
Can I put a little wasabi on your plate?
Yeah. They only wanted $4 for a pair of extra large thermal bottoms. I thought, yeah, I'll grab them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Penguin spotted these over on the rack. They were 12-something, 13,
14-something.
They're, what brand is it?
They're
Tree?
Real Tree Fishing.
Real Tree Fishing.
Yeah, they're for our fishing.
It's the thin kind. If you can see through them, they wick.
Yeah, they've got wicking under the arms and in the back.
And they're UPF30 or something for sun.
Yeah.
So I got me a dark blue one, and she got her a light blue one, so we're kind of a match. But,
we're the Bobbsey twins.
Yeah.
Don't we look alike?
While we were there, over in that area, I was looking at what kind of other workout equipment they have. Because like I said, all we got
with this wasabi.
All we got is the bungee cords that hook to the door and stuff that we've been using, and the dumbbells. And like I used the dumbbells like twice last week.
And the kettlebell.
Yeah, and the bungee cords once. Besides going to the park. This week we're probably not going to the park, and I'll explain why in a couple minutes. You can see, I know it's backwards.
Got a glare too.
It is called a stamina up and lower body cycle, and it was only $24.86 or something like that.
Yeah.
So we looked them up, and they had a pretty good review, like 4.4, 4.5, and real reasonable compared to the ones online. They're that price and up, plus shipping and handling and stuff.
Kind of like the QB, but not as fancy.
Yeah, not as fancy. So we decided to buy one, so we had a different kind of exercise for here at home. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Yeah.
We're kind of close to it. There we go. But the big knob on top is the resistance thing.
Right here.
Yeah, you can resistance, and the other pin back here on this side, that button right there, knob. Take that out. It folds together so it becomes real small.
Yeah, so it doesn't take up much room.
Yeah, so we already played around with it last night. You put your hands through the things like this and set and crank. Oh yeah, and it's got a timer on it, so you can time yourself. That's what that little LCD screen is. But it's got a timer on it, so you can sit here and crank away, and then crank it down harder, and it's gonna be a little harder to do. It goes backwards so you can do it reverse, and the same works for your feet. So we thought, well, that's good. We can really mix it up now. Like around the house, we can do the weights and the kettlebell one day. We can do the bungee one day. We can do this one day, and then do our normal park stuff. So we'd be getting, out of 7 days, we got 4 different kinds of workouts, which is
we put it on the floor and pedaled it last night.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun, actually. Pedal, but didn't get anywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it was a good purchase for sure.
For the price, yeah.
Yeah, for the price.
Not a lot invested in it, and it still does a pretty good job compared to more expensive things. So.
But we went to, where all did we go?
We
went to Myers.
We went to the park.
Went to
Dollar Tree.
The Dollar Tree. Yeah, we went to the park. We went to Sam's Club, which the chef thought he was an acrobat. He's not an acrobat. Tell him what happened.
I went in to get a couple more chicken for the kids and some cottage cheese. We're about out of cottage cheese. Sorry, I'm trying to chew. And
I'm the cottage cheese hog.
It was raining, not super hard, but it was raining, and I almost slipped when I went in. When you walk up to the Sam's Club in Terre Haute, part of it's pavement and part of it's concrete, and they got white stripes painted for where you drive and safety areas sideways. And I, a little bit on the way and didn't think anything about it. Went inside, no chickens. I was gonna have to wait like 40 minutes for a chicken to get done. They were still cooking in the thing. And I ran over, I grabbed the cottage cheese, paid for it, headed on out. It was raining a little harder. I was walking a little fast. And I'm going across that lot right in front of the entrance door, and I wiped out. Face first. Big time wiped out. Cottage cheese went sliding. Guy walked up behind me and asked me if I needed help getting up. And at that point, I was already embarrassedly climbing up off of the concrete, and he about fell. Well, where they painted those white stripes on top of the concrete, slick. I took my shoe and rubbed it back and forth. Well, I got back to the truck. I don't know if you can probably not see him real well on the camera. He's got some busted up knuckles. Yeah, we'll take some. That one really. We'll take some close up pictures. Your finger's hiding it. Yeah. We'll take some pictures. I don't know if my elbow shows. A little bit. Yeah. I'll have her do some close up pictures and show you. But the worst spot it got me, my left ankle is this throbbing sore today, bad, hurting. And my big toe on my right foot and back is really sore. So I'm kind of like walking like... yeah, he's hobbling today. Yeah, and I have a big old spot underneath my kneecap and a scrape right there. Not too bruised, but bloodied, but ripped the skin off like road rash. Anybody rides a motorcycle or bicycle's wiped out? They're supposed to put stuff in that paint to make it so it's not slippery. Well, whoever painted that didn't do their job, but he was soaking wet in the rain. His clothes were soaking wet. His elbow was bleeding. His knuckles were bleeding. His knee was bleeding. So she called the store manager, and he come out, and I showed him what was wrong and everything. He took me back in and had me fill out a thing. He filled out a thing on his little computer keypad thing. And I figured he would tell me, because I know this has happened to other people before, you need to see a doctor or anything like that. He never asked me that once. He said... He offered you a Band-Aid. Yeah, I'll go get you some Band-Aids. And I just pretty much basically let him know I wasn't planning on going anywhere because of it or anything. But I don't we're not too happy. Yeah, I don't want to wake up tomorrow and not be able to walk because something's screwed up and I don't know it. That's why I'm covering my behind, letting you know now. Yeah, because we didn't want some older people to walk through there and fall and break a hip or say it was so slippery. I saw several people walk through there and almost fall down. Yeah, it's not that way when it's dry. I think it's just when it gets wet. The rain mixing with the oils. Yeah, and it's not on the pavement part. It's just where the concrete's poured out. So I took my shoe and just you could slide it real easily, so. Yeah. But anyway, we just, and then we went to Walmart and shopped at Walmart a little bit because we had to get a few things. And no, we didn't do a haul because we do too many hauls the way it is, so we didn't want to bore you guys with another one. And we didn't have really anything special, but that. No. There, you're on camera. I got a Pioneer Woman
little cheese knife set that I've been eyeballing for a while. Went ahead and got that. And
there's two reasons. Food ain't got no clothes on. Number one, they were just
been 80 degrees.
It's warm, but the second reason is they were just outside, and the shirt I did have on him I took off because it was soaking wet. He set so low to the ground that the whole underside was wet. His paws are still wet and everything. Ain't a poop.
Yeah, because it's been pouring down rain.
Yep.
Yesterday, today.
Kissy.
So we're just kind of we're just kind of around the house not doing a whole lot. And trying to figure out what to have for dinner because we don't have a clue.
Oh, I know what I was going to fix, but I don't feel like standing that long and doing my legs.
I told him I'd do it, but nobody cooks steaks like he does.
Well,
so I'm not cooking his steak.
A long time ago, the first time I went on the low-carb diet, I had the original old Atkins diet. I think it was called Diet Revolutions. It was a yellow.
We still have it, but it's packed away in the garage.
Somewhere. But I remember something that I did before, and it was a coating. It's a tempura type breading. You mix crushed up sesame seeds with some egg and
cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese, yeah. And then you can add whatever seasoning to it you want. And I did it on some vegetables, and it was really good. Mm-hmm. Well, when I was at the Dollar Tree this time, I will slide over and get one of them.
Okay.
This Dollar Tree we go to has a cold area, and I know somebody in Canada said theirs don't have cold sections. I'll just show you. Go ahead and talk for a second while I'm getting that out of the freezer.
Okay. Anyway. So yeah, if you guys have a chance to, go check out a channel for me. It's called Blueridge, Appalachian-Blue Ridge Cooking. Isn't that what their channel is called?
I believe so.
I think it's Appalachian-Blue Ridge Cooking. And I just love those people. They are just so down to earth and so sweet.
I want what they're making on
Yeah, yesterday they put out a video using the Instant Pot, making some kind of like a hamburger helper mac and cheese, but they used cavatappi pasta and a whole lot of cheese. And we were drooling because we wanted that.
Yeah, big time.
And then she made a big baking dish full of potatoes and green beans. She put potatoes on one side, green beans on the other side. Just really, really good. But I'll link their channel in the description box. Sweetest people. Her and her husband are the sweetest people. And they have a little Pekingese dog named Noelle. And Noelle's been having some back issues that they've been having her treated for. And right now she... I think her treatment is done, but she had a little ulceration on her cornea, which is common for dogs that have the bulgy eyes, like Pekingese and Shih Tzus, because I had a Pekingese one time years ago, and he also ended up with ulcerated cornea. So it's very common. And a lot of times the little dogs, their eyes look like they're watering all the time, but it's because their bottom lashes, instead of growing out, actually grow in. So it's like poking them all the time. Makes their eyes water. So I don't know if any of you have small dogs if the vet's ever told you that, but they can actually go in and remove those if it becomes too bothersome. But please check them out because they're just so sweet.
Appalachian-Blue Ridge Cooking.
Appalachian-Blue Ridge Cooking, I believe is what it's called.
Putin's hair grows really fast. Got to keep him shaved like 4 or 5 times a year. He's got to be shaved.
And he's due again.
Yeah, I got to do him again.
Yeah.
I would like to let his beard grow. I'd like to see him with a long beard. I think he'd be just cuter than Poop. But he
won't be able to drink water.
Yeah.
His beard will soak up all the water.
But back to what I was saying about the cold stuff. They got the instant sandwiches. They got egg rolls. They got a lot of little things in there. The little Michelins and stuff like that. But I found some items I never bought there before. Now, on an earlier video, I showed you where they had marked down hot dogs. So I bought 4 packs of them, the quarter, RS brand. So they're not terrible hot dogs, no name brand.
I won't eat them, but yeah.
I've ate them, they're not bad. This time, this is what I found. 4-pack sausages, smoked Polish sausages. You can see them there.
And again, I won't eat them.
They're not bad looking, no, but I will. So I grabbed me 4 packs of them just to put back in the freezer. I figured I'd share these with the kids, you know. Can't give them a lot of them, but you know. Cut one up and let 6 dogs, you know what I'm saying, have a little bit.
You think as fat as I am, I wouldn't be so picky about what I eat, but I'm picky about the meat.
But
very picky.
I love Polish sausages cooked with peppers and onions and mustard and stuff like that. And then I'd seen these before, but I hadn't bought them. ribs.
Show them the backside.
Pork loin rib. And I picked
It's like a really big riblet.
Yeah. It's not real thick, but I picked through them, and that was the best looking one I could find in the bunch. It's 6 ounces for $1. It's from Pleasant Prairie Packing is the place. So I figured, well, I'll give it a shot. We got the new air fryer. I could just throw it in a pressure cook for a minute and turn it over to air fry. Put a little of our new Ray's low carb keto sauce on it and try it. If it's good, I'll share a little with her, and then if we like them, I can pick some up and keep in the freezer. Easy ribs because she likes ribs too.
Last night, what we had for dinner was we had tamale meat left over, and Chef made that barbecue that he was making on the same day that I was doing the tamale meat. So we took a big low carb tortilla. We put a little of the barbecue meat on there, a little bit of the tamale meat, some onions, some cheese, wrapped it up, and it was really, really good. That's what we ate last night.
Yeah.
And
Jello.
Sugar-free Jello.
I've never, ever seen one of these before. It's Rising Tide, peeled, deveined, and tail on individual shrimp. It says they're 71 to 90 per pound, thaw and serve. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 shrimp for $1. And they're not little itty bitty shrimp like you would put in a salad shrimp. They're not huge shrimp. I'm not trying to say
they're about medium, probably.
Yeah. So that's what I thought was talking about, that tempura Atkins breading. Today I was going to cook me a steak, them ribs, tempura fry me some shrimp with some mushrooms and some onion, and I was going to have one other thing with it. But check these out. See if your guys' Dollar Tree has them.
Never seen them have shrimp
10,
before.
11, 12 shrimp for $1. It's great for people who love shrimp cocktails or you want to cook them yourselves without having to spend a lot of money, because we were just at the Walmart that's close to that one, and I was looking at shrimp just a little bigger than this, and you got like 30 of them in the bag. It was $5.94.
Not cheap, yeah.
Save you money and you still get some shrimp. Like I said, I'll let you know how they taste, because, But the big kicker yesterday, when we were at Myers...
He's all food happy today.
We were at Myers, I always try to look around and see what they got and what they don't got. They've had these for a long time, and I've walked right past them and never really paid any attention, because what's one of the number one things you can't have on a keto diet?
Potatoes.
And I looked up last year.
And the jicama is not bad. Don't get us wrong.
We're
it's
still
not
use jicama
bad.
for a lot of things. I've already talked to you about rice in it and mixing it with a little regular rice and cooking it so it has rice flavor. But anyway, I looked up last year. They make a lower carb potato where they did the genetic engineering stuff. And it said that the Fresh Time Market had one here. Well, when we called them, they don't carry it, even though it says they do. They're only supposed to have a third or something like half the carbs of a regular potato.
However, that's possible.
Yeah,
I don't
still
know.
a lot of carbs, but less. You know what I mean? Well, I seen these and I started picking them up.
It's from the Little Potato Company, and again, we know everything's backwards.
It's called Fresh Creamery Potatoes. Ready in 5 minutes. Dynamic duo. Delightful color combo buttery yellow flesh. And it says on the back, servings per bag about 6, serving size 4 to 5 potatoes. Now let's open the bag.
They're not they're small potatoes, but they're not terrible. You put 4 or 5 of them together, and
Yeah, well, it says 4 to 5 is a serving. Get one of each color out here. There's one of the darker ones. And there's one of the lighter ones.
You can see it. It's not terrible, small.
No. I'd say you could cut it in half and cut it in half again, and you get 4 nice small bites. But if I know it's backwards again, you can read it.
No, they're not going to be able to read it because it's backwards.
4 to 5 is a serving. It has 14, take away 2 for fiber. So I figure it's like this. See these 3 I got in my hand? I can have them and it won't be over 10 carbs. And I can get me about 12 bites. Or I can make me 3 little baked potatoes to have with a steak. Or I can slice all 3 of them. I can have some fried potatoes. Or
He's
I can cube them
excited.
and fry them with some smoked sausage and peppers and onions. And I can have hash browns.
He loves potatoes.
Just can't do it every day.
Make some really tiny French fries.
Yeah, I would try French fries, not with that big. they're about as big around as a small egg, just not quite as long. So everyone's shaped different, you know what I mean? But
I'm having a small fry. Literally.
literally.
Well, not literally. It's like figuratively, however you want to say it.
But like I said, 3 would keep you under 10 carbs. If you can go a little more than me, like her, she can have a little more. She can have 4 or 5 of them and stay at the 12 carbs or so. But 5 of them, I know, would make a nice helping of hash browns.
I don't think I'm losing any weight this week. I don't know.
We're not going to go to the park and try again. Number 1, because it's raining today. Number 2, my ankles and my knee is killing me. If you see me walking back to the chair a moment ago, I'm kind of hobbling because I can't put pressure good on this ankle. Why this ankle hurts when I fell on my other side, I don't know. But my big toe on this foot and underneath of it is kind of swollen and black and blue a little bit. So it's try to be careful walking this way and then trying to walk on my heel. Be careful on my heel.
Yeah.
I about went and got my dad, who passed away now. He got his cane out and started walking around the house with it. So.
Yeah, but I mean, we haven't veered off our diet or anything like that. So the scale should be down like normal.
Plus we use
I feel like I've lost some, but I do, but I don't.
We used the cycle thing a little bit, not enough to call a workout, but a plan. But I'm planning on using the arm parts tonight and tomorrow, even though I can't do the leg. And
I'll do the cycling part, yeah.
Excuse me for a minute, guys. I'm gonna get this frozen stuff put back in the freezer before it goes back.
Yeah, I'll do the cycling part, but anyway, I know I told you guys that we would try to come on camera and do some type of on-camera video this weekend. It's just been a crazy weekend. Yesterday,
oh yeah, the rain.
we hadn't slept. We didn't sleep for, 24 hours? Yeah. Probably 24 hours or so.
8 o'clock rolled around
and we're still not caught up on our sleep.
Saturday morning, and we were still awake, so I just asked her, I said, you just want to go ahead and go to the store? We got to go after a while anyway. So we left.
Yeah, we just got up and went shopping.
We came home and I put a few things away, but we hadn't found everything we needed, so we headed the other direction. I come in and let all the kids out and let them go to the bathroom. And then,
yeah, we actually went to 2 Walmarts yesterday.
Yeah, because the first one didn't have the stuff we wanted.
Yeah, we did go to 2 Walmarts. So it was a busy day, and it was late when we got home. We stopped home in between because to let the dogs out to
put some cold stuff away.
Potty and stuff like that, and put cold stuff away.
It
and
was very warm here yesterday when it wasn't raining.
Yeah, it was warm. I mean, it was like 68, something like that. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
The temperature,
today it was 48 degrees.
The temperature thing said it was supposed to be 64 for a high yesterday. It was 64 when we got in the truck, and it had sprinkled a little bit. It was cloudy. We weren't gone for 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and we came out of the first Walmart, and the sun had bloomed. And I watched the temperature between where we were at and driving into town. It went from 65 or whatever it was. It was like 73 or 74 by the time we got in town, and it was even warmer than that just for a little bit. Then rains came through again, and the temperature back down. Then back up, then back down. But it was one of them days, rain, then sunshine. Rain, then sunshine.
But we've got some appointments coming up. We get our first COVID shots on the 20th. And then Chef has a doctor's appointment on the 21st. Yep. And then on the 27th, because you guys know we have one Shih Tzu, and he's like a little mean snot. He's a lovey-dovey until you go to give him a bath or shave him.
Yeah, then he's Attila the Hun.
Yeah, Attila the Hun. He's like the meanest little shit that you would ever want to know. So he always has to have sedation grooming. So we found a new place that we're going to try. Because the place that we've been taking him to, it's like, our bill just to have him sedation groomed is like $135 to $145 every time we have to take him. And the last few times that we've been taking him, because they have some new people in there, he looks like somebody cut him with a weed whacker. And when we questioned him about it, they said that he came out of the sedation too early. Well, that's them not doing their job. Right. We pay them to do something, and they're not doing it. So
and we pay them dearly too, because you can take a dog that size to a regular groomer without the sedation in what,
$45. Yeah. So, and I know that the sedation does not cost that much. But anyway, we found another place that they'll do the grooming, bathing, and sedation for $85. The first time we're going to take him, it's going to be an extra $40 because they want to give him a once-over, which is fine. But they want to make sure that he's healthy enough to go under the sedation, which I wouldn't respect them if they didn't do that.
Only problem with this place is it's a far drive from where we live.
Yeah, it's like an hour.
It's in a little town. So we have to sort of hang around that general area until he gets done because they don't do them immediately when they get him. So
we'll take you guys along with us because, whatever we see in that town, well, we'll just share it with you guys. We don't know what all is there. So
I know there's a Ruler Food. I remember that set because we've driven through there a few times. Yeah. That's about it.
And man, there's a pizza commercial on TV right now. It's like, oh.
Yeah, it's Domino's.
I'd take any pizza right now. I don't care as long as I'm not having to make it.
I'm still waiting for you to make that new pizza crust.
What did I just say? I said as long as I don't have to bake it.
Don't make it anyway. I'll bake it. You make it, I'll bake it.
Yeah, sure. See, I do all the work. He does all the eating.
You make it, I'll eat it.
I said I would make it in a few days, and I will.
That was a few days ago.
Ladies, you just can't win sometimes. You just cannot win.
That's why it's coffee and chat with Penguin and the BRAT.
Amen. It's like right now I'm so tired anyway. It's like I feel like I can barely keep my eyes open. But not to mention like really super hungry and I don't know what we're going to have. I don't know. What did you guys have for dinner? Did you guys have anything good? Because I don't know what we're going to have. We got a few leftovers.
I can make those beef ribs.
I said I've been craving cabbage. Just cabbage in tomato juice. That's it. I love it. I was going to have that and a little bit of rice. That was going to be my dinner. But here it is again, 8:30, and I haven't got any cabbage cooking yet. So it may be something that I end up putting in the Ninja to cook.
Well, we didn't come out of a coma until, 4:30, 5 o'clock somewhere in there, so.
Speak for yourself. I was up earlier than that.
Well, I wasn't. That's when I came out of my coma from no sleep.
About 3:30, but I was up earlier than that because I had videos that I wanted to watch and catch up on and stuff like that. So I've been up longer than he has, but the cheese is the first thing that I've had to eat. I think you had some chips, right?
Yeah, I had about 15 or 20 of my chips.
Yeah.
A bunch of them.
Last night I laid down and I grabbed my bag of Dorito 3Ds and I was like bound and determined I was going to have my snack last night. And I don't even remember anything after that. I put my head on the pillow and I was out.
Yeah,
I was just completely out. And Grace Under Fire was on.
Yeah, that was about 1:30 she passed out. Because Grace comes on here at 1 o'clock.
And usually I never miss Grace Under Fire. I love that show.
I sat and watched all of them until 3 o'clock. And then, I watch TV and I nod off. And I wake up and I'm hungry. So I reach over and grab some of my nuts. And I eat some nuts. And then I watch TV and I nod off. After about 4 or 5 times, I got up and came in here and got me a coconut candy. And so that was it. I ate it. By then it was 4 o'clock, and that's when I shut the TV off and I passed out.
Yeah. So we were really, really tired. Very tired.
Food woke me up like at 10, before that.
Yeah, it was about 8:30.
Yeah, 8:30. And he needed to go potty, so I let him all go potty. And then I sat back in the chair and watched TV for 5 minutes.
Food.
And then I passed out. He sees the big cow on TV.
That's why he'll only eat if he's watching his Westerns because that's just his entertainment. And he'll just stare at the TV while you plop food in his mouth. And sometimes if it's a real entertaining scene or a scene that he's really into, he won't even chew his food. He'll just let it sit in his mouth until the scene's over and then he'll start chewing. It's so funny. It's just hard to catch him like that because we turned the camera on trying to get him like that. And as soon as we do, a commercial comes on or...
He'll notice.
Yeah, he'll notice the horses are gone or something, but we're going to get him one of these days for sure.
The biggest thing is he'll notice. I've tried to do it from the side where he won't see me, and I'll get a few seconds of it, and then he kind of looks around. And
they know when the camera comes out, especially Sandy. Sandy will tuck her tail, and she will go in the other direction if she knows the camera's coming out.
And she's the biggest dog we got, and if you are a stranger and you try to come in her house, she'd bite your head off.
Oh, yeah.
But if you rub on her too hard, she yelps. If you try to grab her leg or grab her tail, she'll yelp. If you try to pick her feet up and cut her toenails, she'll yelp.
She didn't the other day.
Yeah.
That was the first time I cut her toenails She did not yelp, but I think she was ready to have them cut because they needed to be cut.
Springtime's here, and I need to take her out and brush her, and she loves to be brushed. But I thought since we got the new razor...
Yes, I do.
Huh?
You said she loves to be brushed. I said, yes, I do.
I was going to try brushing her and then putting that new razor on the longest setting we got. And I can't do her whole body. She's not that kind of dog. But she's got a lot of straight hairs on the backs of her back legs and her tail.
She gets big tufts right in front of her tail.
Yeah, try to get her there, and she gets a lot of them right here underneath her neck.
And her little bum.
So I was going to try to just shave all those down lightly. Just, take the ends off and try to brush them out real good. But I guarantee I pull that razor out, and she'll be yelping or trying to get away, because that's just the way she is. But like I said, you can walk up here with a baseball bat and she don't know you. She's going to rip your arm off. So
yeah, she will. If she doesn't know you, she's going to rip you a new one probably. But guys, help us out. Me and the chef, we have tons of recipes. I mean, our list of recipes is endless. Is there anything you guys would like to see? We were going to do fried chicken because somebody had requested that we make fried chicken. But Michelle at Chickens by the Lake just did fried chicken, so I don't want to, you know what I mean? She just did it, so I don't want to turn around and do it too.
Yeah, we hate copying anybody.
Yeah, I don't want to copy somebody if they've already done something because I don't feel like that's fair.
No.
Let them get that limelight, you know what I mean? If they make a video making something, even if we had planned on doing it, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, we'll wait a month or two and then we'll do it.
So, but if there's something that maybe you guys are wanting to see, I know that we need to do a ham loaf at some point. That'll be probably more towards the fall, maybe, because that's the kind of food it is. It's just something you want in the cooler weather.
Well, something else we were talking about too is satay and sadi bobbies.
Yeah.
I love making sadi bobbies at home. She likes the chicken satay with the peanut sauce. But
yeah,
there's a lot of videos already out there of people doing their version of how they do it. So
yeah, we always try to see, is there a lot of videos already out with that kind of stuff? Even though my recipe is from Malaysia, I feel like my recipe is different, very different. But there's so many out there already. It's like we have a couple of things coming up that's not out there though. One of them I have never seen on YouTube. I'm not going to say what it is. Just going to have to wait. Right. That'll be coming up. But I think, is it this Tubby Tracker Tuesday is the fire noodle challenge, right?
Yeah, if it's going to be all the noodles, you never still have decided. Is it all noodles?
He has until Tuesday to decide what I'm going to do.
Either I'm going to...
Yeah?
No.
Either I'm going to do the fire noodles, or he still wants me to do this hot, like a bite of this, and a bite of this, and a bite of this. Building up, but we don't have that much things that are that hot. He bought what'd you buy? Another pack or two of a different kind of hot noodle.
Yeah, I bought that one kind, the
Tapatio.
Yeah, and I bought the habanero sauce to put on wings or something.
That's what I said. If he want, I don't care. I just know we told you guys that we would do. I would do the challenge on Tuesday. So
how about this then? I can fix those tapatios. You take a bite, be done with it. I find something to put a little of the hot sauce on. You take a bite, you can be done with it, and then you can eat all your noodles you want.
Well, the challenge is you're supposed to finish the noodles with nothing to drink. 2 packs of noodles with nothing to drink.
That's fine. You can do the couple things first and have a drink.
I'll just eat whatever he puts in front of me. How's that? As long as it's hot and spicy. As long as it's hot and spicy. I don't care. But you guys got any ideas? Share them. Leave us a comment. Okay? And we need more subscribers. We keep losing subscribers because we're so boring.
Yeah, went from down to 598, even though YouTube's graph chart doesn't show where we should be at 598. It should be like 608 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then went back to 599. Now it's back to 598. So, but a lot of people let us know the same thing happens to them too. Mm-hmm. So is it actually you're losing subscribers, or is it YouTube on a fast one? And
yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to get to do a live, but
well, like I
if
said,
not, we'll still do what we do.
Well, like I said, when we got to 750, I was going to do that one thing I told you about, and I thought everybody would think that was fun because it's a contest, but it's kind of like a game too. And I was going to try to pick out a couple nice prizes, or like a first, a second, and a third, or something like that. The way it was, that way, more than one person had a chance of winning something.
Yeah.
But it you know what I mean. I remember, you know what I told you, so.
Yeah, and Chef
I've never seen one on anywhere on YouTube or anything like that.
Chef has a special something he wants to do, but before he can do that, we need to have fur baby pictures.
Yeah.
And we haven't got any fur baby pictures yet. So if you guys want to, if you can, send us a picture of your fur babies. Either your fur baby by themselves or you and your fur baby. Either one.
Well, we want both pictures, but
yeah.
What she means is like you and your dog together, you and your parakeet together, you and your cat together, or a picture of your parakeet and a picture of you, so we can match up face.
Yeah, so we can put them together.
Face with fur baby.
Because we need both, kind of, sort of, to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, not if you're not comfortable with it, though.
Yeah.
If you don't want anybody to see, then don't, because it would be seen. It would be something that we would be sharing.
Yeah.
So if you're not comfortable, then by all means don't. So, but anyway, if you like any of our content, please like, share, subscribe, and click the bell. And anything else?
That's all I can think of, except I need something to eat.
Yeah, we're both kind of hungry, so I think we're gonna call it quits so we can find us something to munch on.
Yeah. I already had my egg and my cheese, so now I need some meat.
Egg is meat.
Not to me. Egg's egg.
What'd you say about tomato? What was that? What was that you said about tomato? Something about tomato being a fruit, or?
Yeah, tomato's a fruit.
But it was a vegetable. Yeah, hang on a second. Hang on. Some interesting little fact, for sure.
Plural.
Facts. Well, we're not going to read them all.
Yes, I am.
No, because we don't have that much time.
Yes, I am.
No, because I'm going to melt away to nothing. I already feel like I'm melting away to nothing. I'm hungry. I'm a fat girl hungry. Fat girl hungry. Good thing I don't have my glasses, because he tried to make me read them and I'm not.
Anyway, these are these keto cereals we bought. On the side panel, I noticed they have some factoids. Well, you turn them around, they have a bunch of different stuff.
Interesting things that you could read about that you may not have known.
So let's find the one about the tomato. Why is a tomato a vegetable? Since a tomato has seeds, many people think it is a fruit. But in 1895, the Supreme Court ruled that the tomato could be taxed as a vegetable, this making it a legal definition. So the United States government, so they could make money off of it, decided that a tomato is a vegetable and not a fruit, not nobody else.
But I think it's still a fruit, because most people still refer to it as a fruit.
Here's another good one real quick. Why is it called a baker's dozen? I know a lot of people have heard that for a long time.
A baker's dozen, 13, yeah, you get 13 in a baker's dozen.
In England, in the 1200s, bakers had a sneaky habit of baking smaller loaves of bread to cheat customers. When King Henry III made it illegal to short sell loaves of bread, bakers began to include a 13th loaf with every dozen to avoid jail time or worse. Like beheading worse.
Yeah, because that's what they did.
Yeah. And here's another, I'll do one more. You know, Dalmatians are firehouse dogs. You always see them in the commercials and stuff. Why are Dalmatians connected to firefighters? Before fire trucks, firefighters used horses to move their heavy equipment around. You know, the pumper tanks and stuff. These horses were often targeted by thieves, so firehouses adopted guard dogs. Out of all the breeds, Dalmatians developed the closest bond with the horses and eventually became a common sight at most fire departments. So that's how the Dalmatian got to be known as part of the fire department.
Because they took on Dalmatians as guard dogs to protect the horses because people were thieving the horses.
Yes, because Dalmatians got along the best, had the best personality to go along with a horse's personality.
And that is your lesson for today.
Yeah, if you happen to buy any of these, check them out, because I didn't know anything about them. I just happened to stop. We have a rack up on top of our refrigerator that we set all our little boxes of cereal and stuff in. I just happened to notice that was sticking out. I'm like, what the heck's that say?
I feel smarter already, don't you?
Yeah, but there's a lot of neat facts on there.
Can you give him that Catalina cereal real quick?
Yeah. Here, read that one too. That's a short one.
I don't have my glasses.
I'll read it.
He knows I can't read without my glasses. I'm blind as a bat.
Why do coins have ridges?
Why do coins have ridges?
Originally in the U.S., coins were made from actual gold and silver, and thieves used to take and grind little bits off of it and sell the gold dust and silver dust.
So they put the ridges on there so that people could tell if the coins had been tampered with.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Pretty neat, huh?
I wanted to show you guys this. This is, again, it's backwards, and I know. This is that fruity keto cereal that we got from Fresh Time.
Pretty good.
Y'all, you got to try this.
Pretty close to fruity.
If you like Fruit Loops,
Yeah.
I think Chef showed you this. I'm not sure, but if he didn't, I'm going to show you again. They're little squares,
Yeah.
wherever the camera is.
Lemon flavored.
This one is lemon, and it tastes just like a lemon Fruit Loop.
And there's orange ones.
And grape.
And grape.
So,
There's none of the green ones. That's the only thing I'm missing is the green ones.
what I'm doing for my snack tonight is I'm going to get a serving of this. I have the Fruity Pebbles International Delights Coffee Creamer. I'm going to take a tablespoon of my Fruity Pebbles coffee creamer with a little heavy cream and a little water. And that's going to be my snack because these taste just like Fruit Loops. Man. They are so good, but you got to, you know, it's just like everything else. You got to watch it because if not, you'll want to sit and keep. Serving size is a half a cup. 5 carbs. 5 carbs for a serving. So the other keto cereal, you get a whole cup. But those are puffy balls and these are flat. Same, you know, same, actually.
3 carbs for 1 cup.
Huh?
The other cereal's 3 carbs for 1 cup.
3 carbs for a cup of the other cereal. And I had the peanut butter cereal and it's shaped like peanut butter Captain Crunch. Not as peanut buttery, but it's still good. It makes a good snack for sure. So I just wanted to show you guys this in case he didn't, because I don't remember.
I didn't take it out of the bag. I showed the bag.
I have to seal it.
Catalina Crunch. At Fresh Time Markets. I don't know if you know where else you can get it.
And they have one that's like a cinnamon toast crunch too. That's at Fresh Time.
But it's really good. Just can't have a lot of it at once. That's the whole thing.
It's really good. So, anyway, done? Okay, guys, I guess that's it. That's it for coffee with Penguin and the Brat.
Yeah. Coffee and chat with Penguin and the
Coffee
Brat.
and a chat with Penguin and the Brat.
Yep.
You can come and say goodbye to all your lovelies.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Brat.
No.
Get over here and say goodbye to your lovelies.
No.
Tell him lovelies.
No.
See, he's been a brat.
No.
Come here.
No. No.
Tell him, Pud.
No. Leave me alone, Poon. Ow!
He's been a
Don't
brat.
bite my ankle. Ow! Stop it. Ow!
Do you guys see what I put up with every day? All day. No wonder I have bags under my eyes. No wonder I can't sleep. No wonder I'm food deprived. Love you. Say bye to your lovelies.
See you later, guys.
Bye, guys. We'll see you in the next video.